Welcome to the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center here in Bethpage, New York for NYIHSHL Nassau County Varsity Hockey. Brady Campbell with you here tonight for the second of two games as the Syosset Jericho Braves take on the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. Moments ago, we had another varsity game just conclude where Friends North Shore fell to Rockville Center East Rockaway Hewlett 4-2. But tonight's all about the Braves and Bulldogs, and Syosset comes in with a 3-1 win last time out against Half Hollow Hills. Looking to keep the good times rolling here after that victory. Meanwhile, Bellmore-Merrick, a 4-1 victory, so both teams coming in feeling good about themselves. But we'll see how this one plays out. As for Syosset, a few players with 3 points on the year. Wesley Siegler, Daniel Disk, and Jake Gagliano, as well as Aiden Clearly. A lot. They got scoring by committee throughout the season to start thus far. Not a whole lot after that, but Gino Tokarski has 2 goals as well, so they'll look to keep that going. Sam Flax has 3 games so far. He's 2-0-0 with a 1.00 goals against, .930 save percentage. And Nick Summer, only 1 game, but he's 1-0-0, 1.00 goals against as well, .954 save percentage. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, it's been Colin Rolston who has led the way with 5 points on the year. Evan Lenz has 4 as well. Liam Barkas, and Nicholas Drogan pitching in with 2, along with Jordan Luskoff and Anthony Max Vitale, amongst others. And so far, the only goalie to start thus far this season, Joseph Braglia. 2 games start. He's 2-0-0 with a 1.50 goals against, .916 save percentage. As we're just about set to go. Teams just concluding warm-ups. It will be the visiting Bulldogs in the road red jerseys. More so red and white, split across the middle there, with the blue numbers trimmed in white. And the red helmets and pants and the white socks as well for the Braves, the home whites, with Braves across the front diagonally in black, trimmed in red and white with the black numbers as well, with the red and white trim and the black and white stripes across the waist and the sleeves, with the single red stripe as well, the black pants, black socks, and the white helmets. Just about set to go. Should be a good one between these two teams. So early on in the year. Looking to keep their strong starts rolling. Who's going to get out to the next victory between the pipes for Syosset? It will indeed be number 31, Nick Summer, getting the start tonight for the Braves. Meanwhile, down the other end, it's a little bit tougher to tell, to read the numbers on the uniforms of Bellmore-Merrick. We'll get that for you as soon as we can. But they have 5 goalies listed on the roster. And it looks like it's going to be Joseph Braglia again. It is Joseph Braglia, number 30 in red, down the goal to our left, along with Summit down the goal to our right. Bulldogs going left to right, Braves right to left. As the teams approach center ice, we're set to go. The Braves, the Bulldogs, set at center ice and underway here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage. Faceoff comes all the way back towards Braglia. He plays it to the corner. Now up the half wall and moving his way out of the zone here with speed. The pass across, and a chance for the Bulldogs right out of the gate to flex out of play, as Marcus quickly into the zone with a nice pass over to his teammate. That looked to be Jack Legalia. And that will be Nicholas Strogan taking the offensive zone draw. Goes forward with it, puts it towards the net. Save made, and carried all the way across his crease there was Nick Summer, but he's able to keep it in his glove with just 24 seconds gone. Faceoff will stay to that right circle. Will actually come across to the near side circle to the left of Summer. As there will be Robert Engel with the defensive zone draw against Tyler Marcus. Engel won it, chips it out of the zone. Quickly moved by Richardson. And turning with that one was Cole Zinman. Now the Bulldogs forced back into their own end here. Played up ahead, and now some room to skate for Drogan. Over the line, Drogan in, takes the shot, deflects out of play. And another whistle here in the early going with the faceoff staying in the Syosset Jericho end. Will once again be on the near side dot. Stepping on the ice to take the draw, Sean Keane for the Bulldogs, but he was unable to win the tie-up. And turning back with his Max Schoenberg. Out of his own, it's a foot race. Chasing after it's Wesley Siegler. He's beaten to the puck though. And moving it quickly was Evan Lenz. Up the board and kept alive at the blue line. Down the ice with speed. Richardson tries to center it, hops through everybody. Hopping the stick in particularly of Sean Keane. Kept moving, here's Schoenberg. Flips it up the ice. Good pinch there by Lenz. Meanwhile, chipped right back out. Could be a chance here for the Braves. Working in is Tokarski. Tries to step to the inside, and he took a hip check there and stumbled down to the ice. Puck cleared ahead. And here comes Lenz back in 1-on-3 as his team makes some changes into the corner. Locks up with Gagliano. Gagliano being helped out by Matthew Ferrante. Comes around the boards. And a few more players pin it to the kick plate again and eventually swung behind. Getting on this one, Zinman. Stumbling down the play was Ferrante. Puck towards the net, blocked off. Another centering try, got through a few players and eventually cleared out of the zone by Siegler all the way down. There will be an icing here against Syosset Jericho. Face-off will come back down their way. Another offensive zone faceoff that's been 4 or 5 thus far for Bellmore-Merrick. This time it got tied up behind the net. Worked free though by Syosset and held in. Chance here in the high slot, deflected, and a save made by Summer. Now played behind. Cleared towards the blue line, held in, now back to the point, shot blocked. And the Braves, with a little bit of room here to send it out, they will, and they might have numbers coming back the other way, but that pass just hopped the stick of Eli Werfel. Now he's in on the backhand. Missed wide. Hustling after that one is Johan Lee. Forechecking the whole way up the ice, and one of the Braves sticks got caught in the midsection of Jaden Grillo, no call. I believe that was Ethan Reiser's stick. Puck staying in the Brave zone. Another chance for the Bulldogs in the slot. Shot blocked. Now skating out with its Werfel. Gets the center red, sends it in. Stick to the corner by Braglia. Move to the near side. And right back out with it. Come the boys in red and white. The Bulldogs trying to step through there, but unable to was Colin Rolston. And he stumbles down. This one sent ahead, just on the wrong side of Schoenberg. And backtracking on his Engel. Fires it ahead, but a bit too far for its intended target, Max Musnick. Bulldogs right back in. Puck tied up near the blue line. Kept alive by Marcus. Plays it down. Centering pass goes around the net from Drogan. Near side corner. Back to the point now. Shot along the ice. Hit someone in front and went just wide. This one sent all the way down. Past the defender there. Initially going to be icing, but the near side linesman here waves it off. Allowing Syosset to make their full change while the puck is still in play. Pass across for Ferrante. Hopped his stick just a bit, and he was separated from the puck. Now Rolston trying to fly out of his zone, but he lost it to Tokarski. tried to center and it was blocked off. Now turning back with it is Zinman around the boards. That pass got knocked back deep into the Bulldog zone. Now chip back out, and here comes Keene. 1-on-2, knocked off his stick. And turning back with it, Matthew Ferrante. Ferrante gets the red line, tries to backhand it in, could not. They touch up, and we're still able to work it in deep. Nearly taking that one away was Gino Tokarski. Unable to, though, and it comes near the red line, sent in, no icing off the stick of Keene. Backhanded to the point, unable to be held in there, just out of the reach of the far Bulldog there, Evan Lenz. Chipped ahead, trying to move it was Rolston, he could not. Quick feed by Finelli, and Syosset dumps it in. Up the boards, towards them, that big hit delivered there, going down hard was McAlpine. Puck pinned to the kick blade on the near side half wall, now comes back to the point. That slap shot padded away with no traffic in front. Shot coming from Gagliano. Puck behind, McAlpine chasing after it. First one on it though was Lenz. His backhand was stopped and sent right back around. Up the boards, it finds its way through for Legalia. Goes it ahead, 2-on-2, and a nice defensive stick there. And the Braves try to turn it right back around. Here comes Lee. Lee tries to step through, lost the handle. It slides in on Braglia, who makes the cover. 8:31 to go, first period, scoreless thus far between Syosset Jericho and Bellmore-Merrick. Face off will stay in the Bulldogs' end here. Most of the face-offs have been taken down the other end. Doing the honors for Syosset's Robert Engel. A slight issue there with his equipment. Now he's situated, puck down, and one forward there. A great win that was by Drogan, flying the zone now. Poked off his stick as he reached the corner. Now plays it back towards the point. Held in, barely, but a nice move. Now stepping in, shot blocked. And then the rebound was kicked aside as well. Another centering feed was blocked off. Glove down again. A chance in the slot. Dragging and shooting there was Rolston. Couldn't get it through. Could be a chance for Syosset back the other way as they tried to spring Engel. That pass was blocked. Second try, they'll just send it in deep. Reversed by Kyle Wilcha. That pass blocked down for a moment. Stirred up ahead again, though, by Grillo. Drops in and goes to the net. Shot blocked. Another try save made by, Summa, not Braglia. And Braglia is down the other end. Summa denies Nicholas Drogan. As we're approaching the halfway point of period number one. Back and forth. Not a whole lot of chances. Definitely more of them for the Bulldogs. More zone time as well as that pass to the front. And the shot got deflected over. Pass out. Some room to skate here for Siegler. Poked off his stick right as he reached the blue line. They'll have to touch up. Braves trying to go back with it, but the pass goes all the way through and back to the corner. Held in. Just inside the blue line. And now play back for Tokarski. Trying to move it quickly for Disk. Keeps it moving. Finelli. Banks it off the glass, out of the zone. Back on it, here's Carrasquillo around the boards. Chipped ahead, backhanded. Just getting out of the zone there off the stick of Zinman. Trying to turn it back ahead is Tokarski. He lost it. Finelli, though, backhands it ahead. And Siegler will fire it into the attacking zone. Head off for a quick change as the Bulldogs trying to start back up the other way. In the blue line and firing that one in was Zinman. He'll look to go for a change. Picked up by Wilcha. He'll dump it in. 6:20 to go, first period. Braves starting back out now with some speed. Here comes Jake Gagliano. Down the wall, chips it in. goes after it. He locks up there with Jordan Luskoff. And Gagliano takes it away. Tough angle try. Looked like it hit something and caught the glass. Held in, and that shot by Schoenberg was blocked. And here they come back out. Luskoff over the line. Drops it. Slot shot. Blocked. And here's Werfel. He'll just send it out. And look to head to the bench here. That chance coming off the stick of Zinman. Bulldogs starting quickly back up ice. Drop pass, outside shot. Save made, rebound behind the net. Bulldogs still with possession in the slot, turning with it. Drogan plays it off. That shot deflects and goes into the netting out of play. 5.5 to go in the first. Shot coming off the stick of Lenz there. Bulldogs definitely coming out of the gate as the better team as far as offensive zone play. Not a whole lot of grade A opportunities just yet, though. The Braves haven't been able to do too much of anything in the attacking end. They'll send it out here. Musnick dumps it in, gives it a chase, but it is icing. He was a few strides shy of the red line. Another defensive zone draw coming up here for Syosset Jericho. Don't want to give this Bellmore-Merrick team too many opportunities for an offensive zone draw. Try to set something up, get one quickly to the net. It's one to the near side corner. Daniel Deesk fires it up the boards. Held in, at least momentarily, and now chipped out, and back on is Drogan. Gets the center red, chips it off the glass, chasing after it. Tried to play the head for himself. Looked like he won the penalty that won't come. Cleared ahead, here comes Syosset. Back the other way, Finelli into the zone, plays it around the boards. Chipped ahead, held in though, and swung right back around. By Musnick, back to the point, shot blocked, and slides in on net, it's loose. Under Braglia, still loose, and then played behind. He tried to dive on it, but kind of overshot it. Another try in that time. He kicks out the right flipper. Back to the point, held in. Now Syosset turning the tide here as that one punched away by Braglia. Finally cleared out by Bellmore-Merrick. Oh, a seemingly relatively harmless play that slid in on Braglia, almost turned into a goal. As did a few other chances right after. Meanwhile, Bellmore-Merrick back the other way in the zone. That pass blocked off. Another try in front, save made. Left pad stopped by Summer. Back to the point, shot deflects and goes high. And now Syosset will clear the zone, only as far as the red line. Right back in comes Polini. Tries to throw it to the net, got blocked, still with it, takes it around, back to the point. Here's a chance, a shot missing just wide from Jaden Grillo. Around the boards here, could be a chance for Syosset. 2-on-2 over the line. Coming back with it is Ferrante. Has some space in the corner, tries to center it, gets blocked. Backhander, a weak one, doesn't get out. A shot on from the outside, punched away. Up and down they go here. It's been a few minutes without a whistle. 3 to go. In period number 1, Ferrante tries to center it, got blocked. Chip back out to the blue line. Not out, at least not initially. Second attempt, though, from the Bulldogs does. Just onside, but now quickly turned around by Syosset. Here comes Gagliano to the outside. Centers it across. What a save by Braglia. He denied Ferrante. A little bit of a slow developing pass allowed him just enough time to get across and make that stop in tight. And it took about half the period, but Syosset is here and buzzing. Gavin Frey doubles back on it. Tries to send it ahead, and it's dumped right back in. Giving chase was Gallo. And Syosset just onside there. But second attempt knocks it back into the neutral zone. stepping into that slap shot from the outside. On net was Finelli. It was stopped. Another chance in front. And a great stop, Braglia. And our first penalty of the game coming up. I believe it's against Bellmore-Merrick. Syosset kind of celebrating the hit there that Cooper Gallo took. And it's a roughing call against Noah Carrasquilla. 1:49 to go in the first. First power play of the game to the Braves. And an opportunity to strike first. Still scoreless. Similar to our last game. It was a relatively quick goal from Rockville Center in that one, but pretty silent since then in the first. We'll see who can get the first one in this. Incredible game here thus far. Back to the point after the face-off win. Shot towards the net, deflects. Never got all the way through. Good pass out. And coming back the other way is Rolston. Makes a move inside out. Still got the shot away. And covering the 5-hole there was Summa. 90 seconds to go in the period. And now 90 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Gagliano over the line. All the way around the boards. Gets through a few players. Hustling to keep it in, and just doing so was Siegler. Now Syosset keeping things alive in the attacking end. Wrapped around the net. Chipped up the boards, and now Bellmore-Merrick able to get it out. Drogan leaves it. Rolston to the outside. Drags, holds around the net. Might have been looking for a wraparound. Couldn't get it there. Here in the final minute of the first period. Sent all the way down by Syosset. No icing. 45 to go on the power play. To the blue line. Dumped all the way down by the Bulldogs. Half a minute to go. Out of the zone. Now some room to skate here for Musnick. Off the skates of Finelli. And dumped right back out. And we got a whistle here, I believe. That one was very high. Might have caught the ceiling there. The faceoff will come all the way down. Back to the Bulldog end. 15.4 to go in the first. 26 seconds of power play time left for Syosset, which may carry over into period number 2. Be Ferrante taking the offensive zone draw here. Tie up at the dot. Clear back towards the point. Kept in. 10 seconds to go. Now it comes out. Cleared all the way down by Bellmore-Merrick. And it looks like that'll likely be the conclusion of the first period. Throwing up the boards. And that will be it. It will be 10 seconds of power play time to start the second for the Syosset Jericho Braves. When we come back after a scoreless first period, we'll start the second here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center here in Bethpage, New York. Brady Campbell with you for the start of the second period between the Syosset Jericho Braves and the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. Braves will have 10 seconds of power play time to start the period as the teams switch sides. It was kind of a slow start for both sides, very choppy. A lot of whistles. Most of the face-offs to start coming in the Braves' end, but slowly but steadily, they turned it around and took control there the last few minutes. Both goaltenders as well outstanding, keeping this game scoreless. But we're set to go for the second. As they switch sides, we're underway. Final seconds here of the power play, and we'll start with the puck in the defensive end of Syosset. They got the center red, and right at the blue line, it's dumped in by Joseph Finelli, and we're back to 5 aside. Sent all the way down, though, about a second or two after the penalty ended, and that's going to be an icing against the Bulldogs. Just 17 seconds into the period. Face off on the far dot. Both players jump there. We'll redo it. Bellmore-Merrick player puts his stick down first, and we're underway after that redo of the draw, and they bring it back ahead. Drop pass, now driving towards the net, maybe getting a stick on it there was Keene, but it missed. At the half wall, thrown out of the zone. Played ahead, looks like someone lost some equipment there at the center red line. It might just be a piece of tape. Either way. Dump back ahead, taken away. Could be a chance for the Bulldogs. Driving the net, shot on blocker save made by Nick Summer. Behind the net, players lock up. Centering feed, and they score! Couldn't tell if it went in at first, but it's Sean Keene giving the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. You heard iron, and it went. Great centering pass as well, and Keene the quick one-timer. Carries that one off the post and in. 13:58 to go, second period, and the Bulldogs draw first blood. So after Syosset took control of the second half of that first and had the end of their power play here early in the second, it's the Bulldogs off to the quick start in period number 2. Starting the second the same way as the first, minus the goal. That's a big hit delivered there, and the penalty coming up here. That one looks to be against Jake Gagliano. So he stepped into his man right at the blue line. Looks like Cole Zinman was the one that took the hit. Gagliano not too happy with that call. He'll sit for 2. Interference to the call. And this still very early, only a 1-goal game, but this could be a big kill for Syosset because Joseph Braglia has been outstanding thus far at the other end. Offensive zone draw win to start the power play. Quick passing there in the circle. Down into the corner now, taking it behind. Coming back with it is Rolston. And he lost it. Now in the corner, Syosset trying to clear. Big hit there into the boards. Refs keep their arms down. Now moving towards the slot, passing it down was Drogan in the circle. That chance in now, the glove of Summer. Puck in the corner. Syosset desperately trying to clear here. 1:20 to go on the power play. And they'll get some help from the stick of Nicholas Drogan as the puck got through it. And all the way back down. Here is Drogan, though, trying to make up for that. Flies into the zone, trying to cut to the backhand. Eventually picks it up. Back to the point. That shot hits a skate and goes out of play with 57 ticks to go on the man advantage. Looks like it hit the skate of Anthony Max Vitale, who was parked in front, trying to deflect it. Got a bit too much of it. .12.5 to go here in the second. And off the draw, puck in the linesman skates. Comes to the corner, in possession of the Bulldogs, out to the far point. Quickly turning that one around is Grillo. Behind the net, stopping it, Polini. Polini to the point, return feed back to him. And his skates, picks it up. Polini, tough angle, cuts back, throws it back up the boards, and vacating his position there was Brandon Richardson. Couldn't get back in time, and so they'll have to reset in the final half minute. 12 minutes to go in the second. As they come right back in, Grillo drops it off. Trying to cut to the slot, unable to, was Rolston. Clear back to the point, not out. This time Richardson holds it. Serving attempt by Luskov, blocked. Behind the net, serving pass, picked off by Syosset, cleared all the way down, and that'll do it for the power play. For Bellmore-Merrick, we're back to 5-a-side. Send it ahead, but it's picked off, and Matthew Ferrante will look to restart in his own end. Big kill for the Braves, keeping it at 1-0. Almost a turnover, though. Luskov towards the front, trying to go between his legs, and they score! Summa thought he had it, it rolled through, and the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead. He thought he had it, but it was loose on the other side. And Jordan Luskov able to tap it in. Big goal for the Bulldogs with 11:18 to go in the second to expand upon their lead. Can the Braves respond? First goal officially Sean Keane from James Polini. And we'll wait for the official scoring status there, but Luskov tapped it in. Now trying for another as that pass gets blocked. Comes out of the zone. Chipped ahead, 11 minutes to go. Braves trying to respond. Aggressive forecheck by the Bulldogs. Not allowing Gagliano to get very far. Eventually he's able to backhand it in. Richardson turns back. Leaves it for Rolston. Turning. Weaving his way through the neutral zone. Rolston towards the slot. Got knocked off the puck. Sent back out to the red line. Quickly touching up on the Bulldogs. They're right back in. Centering pass towards the front. A bit too far ahead of Rolston. It's taken into the boards. Luskov quickly threw in towards the net. It went wide. Swung back down. Gagliano there to intercept. And Gagliano tries to send it up the boards. It rides the glass, goes out of play. 10:14 to go. Still plenty of time, of course, in this one. Only the second. But Sachem trying to stop the bleeding here early in the second, as they seemingly had the momentum after one period. But a big response so far by the Bulldogs. Bellmore-Merrick. Jordan Luskov from Colin Rolston is the second goal. Rolston with that great feed out in front. And Luskov's first shot was denied. Summa jumped on it. Well, it just rolled through, and Luskov was able to tap in the rebound. This one played ahead. Dumped into the attacking end by Robert Engel. Bouncing puck towards the net. Taken by the Bulldogs. Cleared out to center. Daniel Deesk misplayed the glove attempt, and they'll have to backtrack, facing the heavy forecheck of Vitale. Swung up the boards. A few players there run into each other, and the Braves trying for the steal here. They get it. Tough angle try. Blocked down. Shot coming from Jeffrey Grasso. Right back the other way. Comes Lagalia. Behind the net. Tries to center it. Picked off. Backhand clear attempt knocked down. Back towards the point. It hops the stick of Wilcha and comes out to center ice. They'll play back ahead, and here they come again. Polini drops it. Turning with it and losing it there was Syosset. And eventually cleared all the way down by Syosset, but that'll miss the net and go for an icing with 8:58 to go in the second. Bellmore-Merrick fresh off a win, trying to get another big one here tonight. As on the season, they are 3-0 coming into this one. Trying to pick up their fourth and remain undefeated. Off the face-off, a spinning pass there. It looks like the net came off, though, behind Summer, so they'll reset that. Syosset also 3-0, so both of these teams trying to remain undefeated. Still the early going. Of course, a loss doesn't kill you with the records you have coming into this one. But still a big win to be had nonetheless. And so far, Bellmore-Merrick out to the good start in period number 2. Here's Syosset firing it in and trying to chase after it, but that one stopped and moved quickly by Jake Gagliano. Pinned to the half wall. A few players lock up there. Gagliano trying to send it up the boards. Could not. Puck play behind. Tokarski on it. He lost it. Trying to fight through the checks there is Syosset, and eventually it's played away. Gagliano turning to the red line. Now skates it in. Gagliano tries to get through on his forehand. Swung it towards the front as he was falling. And it was knocked away by Braglia. Way back down. Syosset trying to regain some momentum. It's Bellmore-Merrick here who's going to try to restart things down their own end. As we approach the halfway point of the hockey game. 2-0 Bellmore-Merrick, but a chance here. Save may rebound loose, and Braglia didn't let it go. Another try from the point blocked by Richardson, and he'll clear a bouncing puck out to center. Lenz on this one, plays it ahead, and turning back with it is Werfel. D-to-D pass, and Syosset chips it out. Bellmore-Merrick, though, looking to come right back in. Sent into the zone by Drogan. Two players lock up there, spill down. So just now get back to their feet, still battling for it. A centering pass towards Drogan was picked off. Clearing attempt. It stays in, or does it? Nope, the linesman with a bit of a late offside call. It was very close. With 6:45 to go in the period. It'll be a face-off just outside the Braves' end. Trying to get a comeback here in this one. Joseph Braglia coming into this game. Only a 1.50 goals against on the season in 2 games started. Well, that's been a goaltender duel thus far. Summer came into this one with a 1.00 goals against. That's that shot. He fought through a screen and made the stop. Bouncing puck gets through everybody there at the point, and so the Bulldogs will have to reset. Pass sent ahead by Cooper Gallo. Look out there in the Syosset bench as it was chipped in there by Luskov. Or rather, Grillo, that was. And so the Bulldogs will now have to deal with the defensive zone draw here. Could this be what the Braves need? Got to win the face-off, trying to set something up. 6:08 to go in the second. Puck fired to the half wall off the draw. Now swung around the boards. Clearing attempt doesn't get out first time. Second try does. Now comes back, rolling puck there, able to settle it nicely with Joseph Finelli. Send it ahead. Braves right back in. Outside shot along the ice. Save the rebound. Poked through the crease. That was Robert Engel with a chance. Bulldogs right back the other way. That one fired wide by Barkas. Puck at the half wall. Braves trying to cheat ahead. Eventually the pass gets through. Could be an on-man rush here. That shot from the outside blockered away. Shot came from Max Musnick. And the Bulldogs try to turn it right back around. From his knees, playing that one ahead. A great play there by Luskov. Jasak drags, shoots. It got through. Mask save. Rebound still loose. Jasak turns it back on and scores. A 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs with 5:09 to go in the second. Suddenly the floodgates are starting to open just a little bit. And for Jasak, his first goal of the season to go along with his 1 assist coming in. Keene has his first goal as well. And Luskov got his second on the second goal of the night. And now how do the Braves respond? Gonna need a mount to come back. 5:09 to go in the second. But that deficit just keeps growing and growing here. Off the faceoff, goes to the far side, and eventually won back by the Bulldogs. 5 minutes to go, period number 2. Play the head for Drogan. Turning behind his own net, plays it ahead, looking for the give and go, and it gets returned right back to him. Steps over the blue line to the outside, around the net. Dealing with some checkers there, gets it to the point. That shot from the point was blocked. Sent ahead, here comes Syosset. That pass, a good one. Tough angle try off the outside of the net. And the penalty coming up here, it looks like it's gonna be against the Bulldogs. So Brave got taken down behind the net. And a little bit of chirping after the fact. Gagliano was involved as he took a penalty early on. It's a roughing call though against Nicholas Drogan. And this could be the opportunity for the Braves to get right back in the hockey game. 4:31 to go. It'll be a 2-minute power play. Gagliano will start off at the right point. Faceoff comes towards the middle point, and a good keep there, at least initially, by Finelli, but now it's skated out. Trying to work his way through was Keene. Unable to play the boards. Who's going to get there first? Gagliano tries to. Instead, it's taken back by Siegler. He'll reverse it. And here's Finelli. Ahead for Siegler. Into the zone as they stay on side. Siegler for Ferrante. Tried to give it back to Siegler. Could not. Around the boards. And this one just cleared out by the Bulldogs. Shipped ahead. Could be a rush back the other way. Gagliano chasing after it. Delivers a big hit there. That hit on James Polini. Good reverse hit too as they got to the puck at the same time. And instead of playing it, Gagliano lays the body. A minute to go though on the Syosset power play. Polini took the puck away there for a moment. Chipped up the glass and eventually finds him again, and he sends it all the way down. 3.5 to go here in the second. Not a great power play thus far for Syosset. So that pass picked off. A great read by Brandon Richardson to step up. Short-handed chance, and his centering pass just out of the reach of Marcus. Puck swung right back around the boards. Just a half a minute to go. Gagliano's just been skating back and forth to either side behind his net to try to get the puck. Now Ferrante drags and shoots over the blue line. Gets blocked and goes behind. And cleared right back down. And only time here for one more rush for the Braves on the power play. Nice move by Gagliano to create more room for himself. And sends it ahead for Werfel. Over the line. Throws it into the corner. Back to 5 aside. Werfel gets some help behind the net in the form of Grasso. Back down for Werfel. To the point. Shot redirected. Same Braglia. Rebound there. Another stop. Cleared out to the point. Just held in by Schoenberg. And that one bounced on net. Same by Braglia. He keeps it moving. Held in again. Braves trying to create a little momentum here on this shift. That centering pass gets blocked away. And look out, could be a chance here for Luskoff. He's behind the defense. Luskoff to the backhand. Just put a bit too much loft on it over the net. To the corner goes for Zinman around the boards. 100 seconds to go in the period. Here's Werfel. He's taken to the boards behind the net. 2-on-2 battle there. Now comes to the point. Richardson tries to step down. He's defended by Musnick. Now behind the net. Cuts back. Trying to wrap it towards the front. And just getting his glove on it that time was Summer. So keep it a 3-goal game. As he pounced on it just ahead of the shot attempt. That nearly came right there from Richardson, who was parked in front. Looked almost a bit similar to when Luskoff was able to beat him to it on that rebound that trickled through him. 1:16 to go in the second. And the face-off, one back to the point. Shot towards the net, knocked down. Still bouncing around near the slot area. Now comes to the circle. And play back behind. Reversed around the boards as we hit a minute to go in period number 2. 3-0 lead for Bellmore-Merrick. And what has been a pretty dominant period for them. This pass. A few players still down there in the corner as the shot gets blocked. And Ferrante desperately trying to get the puck out. Unable to, though. Great move there. Back to the point, it gets out. Could be a chance here. Coming back the other way, could be non-man rush. Siegler trying to send it ahead for Ferrante, who was all alone in front if it got through. Could not. That went dumped down. Just appeared to be on the wrong side of the red line, but it's no icing as Deesk wasn't really hustling after it. Final half minute. And sent right back in. Deesk will go back on it. Braves trying for one more rush here up the ice. But that pass misses everybody. Goes down for an icing. 8.5 to go in the period. And a chance here for the Bulldogs maybe to win a quick face-off and get one to the net again. And enough time for the Braves that they could win one quickly to head up ice to try and get one as well. They got to be more defensive-minded here and then focus on getting this back in the third period. Trying to win it ahead with Strogan. Taken away by Gagliano. Skates it to the red line. Checked hard into the boards, and that'll end the second period. It was 0-0 coming in, and 3 big goals for the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. Have them up 3-0. Solid goaltending again by Joseph Braglia. 15 minutes to go. We'll see if they could get it done here in the third period on LI Sports Network. And welcome back to the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. Brady Campbell with you for the LI Sport Network's coverage of New York Islanders High School Hockey League action. Nassau County Varsity. Tonight it's the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. 3-0 lead over the Syosset Jericho Braves as we get ready to start period number 3. What's on the line? Shouldn't seem like much considering it is only an early regular season game, but both teams are undefeated, 3-0. As the puck is down, we're underway. It's been overall a very good performance by the Bulldogs with the exception of the last few minutes of the first when Syosset had a flurry of chances that include the power play. But they were unable to get anything through, and eventually in the second, Bulldogs broke through and haven't looked back since as that shot from Nicholas Strogan deflects out of play. Bellmore-Merrick trying to secure a victory before their next game on the 25th, 6:15 p.m. against Bethpage, where they'll look to either keep their undefeated season going or respond to a possible loss tonight. Look out, almost getting dumped into the bench. There was Gagliano on his own team's bench. And it gets dumped back in. Syosset trying for their comeback as this is a delayed offside. Syosset just able to move it ahead before the ref blew the whistle, and dumping this one is Grasso. Kept in there at least momentarily by Engel. Turned around by Grillo. Syosset next time out on the 20th, 7:45 p.m. against Valley Stream. As this one dumped in and bounces off the boards right to Joseph Braglia, who covers, and what a game it's been for him thus far. Trying to maintain his you-know-what. I'm not going to say it. I'm not trying to get caught being guilty of the announcer's jinx. But 13:53 to go. Syosset has had plenty of chances, though. Braglia has been outstanding. Nick Summer has been great down the other end, too. Just a few have beaten them in the period number 2. As turning back on it here is number 44, Finelli. Played out of the zone and fired right back in. On is Daniel Deese behind his own net. Taken away by Sean Keane. He lost it to Tokarski, but eventually comes back in the pass behind the net. Keane, he tried a backhand feed to the point. It got knocked away and picked off, and here comes Ferrante moving back in. Tries to step around the checker. Curls back, tries a centering feed, blocked off. Still comes towards the front. Another centering pass blocked and eventually picked off. Bellmore-Merrick trying to make some quick changes here. Syosset took the puck back, but they gave it away. Perlini, his shot blocked. At the side of the net, poke back towards the point. Len stepping in to get it, throws it back behind. And taking it now is Finelli. Had a little bit of trouble with it, but he catches back up to it and plays it up the boards. Held in. Trying to hunt that one down is Cole Zinman, but Finelli able to weave his way through a few forecheckers and chip it out. Sent right back in and returns right back out by Syosset, and this one will not be an icing. Play back around the boards, hustling after it, getting their first. Jordan Luskoff. He's got a goal tonight. Dump back in around the goal of Summer. Tie up there in the corner. 2-on-2 scrum. Who's going to win the battle? Comes back for a chance. Luskoff in front, goes to the backhand. What a save that was by Nick Summer. He was caught, tied up there, and he was leaning one way, able to fall back the other, though, and make the save on a great move by Luskoff, who was bidding for a second of the game. Gagliano back towards the point. Look out, there was a great read by Drogan. He comes back the other way, trying to turn into a 2-on-1. He takes a shot and he scores. Nicholas Drogan, what a shot that was. 4-0 Bellmore-Merrick with 11:21 to go. Gagliano tries to move it up the boards. Did not see Drogan coming. A steal. A 2-on-1 rush right there. And Drogan made the right move, electing for the shot, and a good one it was. For Drogan, that's his 3rd goal on the year already. And now the deficit getting more and more insurmountable here for Syosset. Still 11 minutes to go, but that clock has got to be moving for them. Here's another chance. And that one stopped by Summa. Trying to work it all the way through was Rolston. He was knocked off of it. Big hit delivered there in the corner by Engel. Now in the corner, another chance here. Towards the blue line is Drogan. He'll just swing it wide of the net. And Finelli takes it. Dumps it towards the blue line. Gets out. Could be a chance here for Syosset. 2-on-1. Trying to get on the board. Pass across and they score. Gino Tokarski buries it into the open net. And that'll get them on the board. It's a 4-1 game with 10:34 to go. Good outlet pass there. Comes all the way down. 2-on-1. And Jeffrey Grasso, the unselfish play. Tokarski able to settle it. Braglia tried to get it with his stick and this time was unable to make the stop. So Syosset keeping things interesting, hanging around in this one. Can the Bulldogs respond and try to put it to bed again? Behind the net, Keene. He's got a goal tonight, his first of the year. Backhand spinning pass to the point, now D to D. Floats on net, save made, and the rebound hop Keene stick. Now another try from the outside, punch to the corner by Summa. Play back down to the corner. Good check there, delivered by Gagliano. He's been throwing the body around tonight. He delivers another hit. But look out here, a chance in the slot. Save made, rebound. And that one hopped the stick of Jasek. Played out. Could be a chance here for Syosset. Stumbling down. Ferrante picks it up. Drag, shoot, save made, swallowed up Braglia. Ferrante with a chance to make this one an interesting finish. Braglia denies him. 9:31 to go in the third period. It's a great play by Wesley Siegler to bring it in, and he just toe picked there. And Ferrante followed it up. Offensive zone draw, though, here for the Braves. And they win it. Finelli hustling to it, pokes it to the corner. However, that one was chipped out by Bellmore-Merrick. Fired right back in. That's getting the red line was Daniel Deesk. Up the boards and now skated into. But fumbling it there was Rolston. Waiting for him to touch up was Legalia. And that allows Syosset to try to play it out, but it's a takeaway. And player stumbling down there, that was Legalia, and eventually gets chipped out. And so restarting things is Lenz. Gets the red line, dumps it in. And the defender will chase after it. Gives him a hard time and allows for his teammate to get a shot away, a stop, and a cover and a penalty. Suma came out of his net to cover. It took a while for the ref to blow the whistle. He's watching the play in front. His two players were battling there. And gets the call. It's a holding call. And it's going to go against Finelli. Joseph Finelli will sit for two. Not what Syosset needed right now. on that chance in front by Legalia. So 8:38 to go. Syosset in desperate need of a kill. And we'll see how aggressive they get to on the PK. As right off the faceoff, chipped out of play. And we'll do it again. Puck down. Tied up initially. Now one back towards the lens. Moving towards the center. Drops it off. Drogan keeps it moving down low. Return feed to him, center point. Drag, shoots it, got deflected, went over the top of the net, takes a favorable bounce there for Syosset. They'll clear it. Sent right back out. Now they come right back in. Keene. A little bit of trouble with it, able to settle and drop it off. Rolston looking for his man there in front. It was Drogan. He was trying to creep in, but couldn't time it. They just touch up. Drogan trying to bring it right back in. It's backhanded towards center. Nearly a steal. Would have been a 2-on-0 for Syosset. Lenz held it in. Now takes a shot that gets blocked. Drogan keeps it in. Moves down the middle. Fans on the shot. Plays it across. Thrown towards the front. Save made Suma. All the way across. Settling it Rolston. Cross-ice feed. Good defensive play by Grasso. 45 left on the power plays. We just passed the halfway point of period number 3. Bellmore-Merrick trying to secure a victory. Stumbling down there and drawing a penalty was Rolston. He's a bit slow to get up as the shot comes on. He takes another hit on the net front scramble. Now he gets back to his feet. Play still kept alive, and then Rolston delivers a hit. Return back on Gagliano. I think they're both going to go. A lot of chirping going on there as they'll both head off. There'll be slash against Gagliano. A cross check against Rolston with 7:04 to go. 26 seconds left on the initial penalty. As it was Rolston who got taken down as he drove the net on the slash. And then as he tried to get back up, he got up a bit slow. And as he tried to get back up, the shot came back towards the net and he just got dumped by Gagliano and got back up a little bit quicker that time, right as his team took back possession there on the delay call. Gave a cross check from behind on Gagliano. So that's where we're at. That one played towards the side of the net. A wrap try was stopped. 7 minutes to go. Cleared out. Coincidental minors. So we still skate 5-on-4 for the next 17 seconds. Drogan will drop it off. Perhaps a chance for one more rush here on the man advantage if the Bulldogs so choose. 2 seconds and 1. Luskov drops it off. Back to 5 aside. Could be a chance here as things are getting a bit chippy now. That pass got blocked behind the net. Dropped off. Point shot. Deflects in front but goes wide. Thrown around the boards. It's going to be held in by Grillo. Plays it back down. Luskov trying to work towards the slot. Knocked off his stick. Still trying to find him, poke it deeper. It's picked up by Deesk. He'll send it all the way down into the Bellmore-Merrick zone. And they'll try to catch him in the change. Throw it right back in. 6 minutes to go. Thrown around the boards by Schoenberg. Finelli up ahead, waiting for its angle. He had some trouble settling that one, though, and lost the handle in the attacking zone. Play back up the boards. Finelli trying to step down to keep it moving. But it was kicked back out, and here comes Jacek. Moving down the wing, trying to step through on the backhand and tried to tuck it. Unable to, it went just wide, but drew the penalty as he and the defender Finelli spilled into the crease and knocked Suma over. We'll get the call, 5:28 to go. So hooking call going against Daniel Deesk. And And so another power play opportunity for the Bulldogs. 5:28 to go. At the very worst, they'll try to run 2 minutes off the clock here with the 4-1 lead. Face off to the far side dot. Won by the Braves and backhanded out of the zone. All the way down. Clock's not running. Tied up behind. And now the clock gets moving again. There's a forecheck there from Grasso, putting some pressure on the Bulldogs as they bring it back in over the line. A few players lock up there in the corner. Back towards the point. And Drogan throws it back down. Behind the net, center towards Keene. He couldn't get the shot away. Taken back around the net. And the cutback was Polini. He's knocked off the puck. Takes it again. His centering pass blocked once again by Schoenberg. Behind the net, Keene. Throws it back to the point. Thrown back down to the corner as we approach a minute to go on the power play. 4.5 to go in the game. That shot from the outside, stopped by Summer. And play behind the net. That try, once again, stopped. Out to the corner. Keene on it, back towards the point for Lenz. Just had to keep it away from Grasso there. Throws it back down, pass all the way across, blocked off, and having to dive back across to make the save with Summer. Another try, never got through to the net. That centering pass got blocked, came back, and Summer leaning one way, had to get back across to make that stop with the right paddle. He did that. 20 seconds left on the power play. And some speed for Jacek, or rather Lenz flying the zone over the blue line. The defender tries to stuff it home along the ice. It was stopped. And around the boards. And Syosset looking to clear. And doing so right as the penalty expired was Siegler. Back to 5 aside again. Dumped down by Syosset. No icing. Chipped up the boards and out. Hustling back on the Ferrante. Plays it ahead. Syosset trying to mount a late game comeback here, trailing by 3. Just held in at the blue line by Finelli. Back towards the point. That shot high. Off the stick of Ferrante. Finelli gets to it here. And another penalty. Right as he went to play it. I believe it's once again going against Sachem. And that will thwart any opportunity to come back. It's a slashing call against Gino Tokarski with 2:58 to go. And of course, unless they can string together a shorty or two. You could see the frustration here from Sachem, as it looks like they'll drop their first game of the season. Be a face-off to the right of Summer. With the puck down. Tied up in the circle. Back towards the point. Thrown down to the corner. Rolston, centering pass. Fired wide. And on this one is Siegler. Throws it out of his own. Ferrante hustling after it. Couldn't get it. Dumped all the way back down for Gagliano. Winds it up and fires it all the way down on net. That to be blocked over the side by Braglia. 2.5 to go. 1.5 to go on the penalty. A steal there by Ferrante. Trying to get to it first now, and he will. But he'll get locked up to the boards by Richardson. Then gives a few shoves there to Richardson. And we do have a penalty indeed. With 2:10 to go. And it is against Ferrante. They call them for those cross checks. And they'll call it rough. 2:10 remains. 1:12 on the 5-on-3 now. Refs trying to not let this game get out of hand. Bellmore-Merrick appears to be on their way now, well on their way to a 4-0 start. And we'll look to keep that going against Bethpage on the 25th. Richardson off the faceoff. Backs it off, throws it towards the front. Pad save, rebound there. Backhanded towards the front and falling down, trying to stuff it into Noah Val. And shaken up, I believe that's Jay Zag. Meanwhile, they're trying to spring Grasso for a short-handed breakaway. It bounces on Braglia. He'll initially cover it, but keep it moving after Grasso does a flyby and takes a jab at the glove. 100 seconds to go. That shot misses high. Tied up behind. Locking up there is Keene. He stumbles down. Keeps it moving. Lenz steps through towards the circle, trying to get it for his forehand. Couldn't. 20 seconds left on the penalty, and this one dumped out. So right back ahead, and here come the Bulldogs again. Pass towards the front, and that centering attempt was deflected over the net. As we hit a minute to go in the hockey game. Looking for the redirection, the save, and the rebound chipped in. With 57.7 to go, Bellmore-Merrick will get their 5th and extend their lead back to 4 goals. And it's the second of the game for Jordan Luskoff. Right as the first penalty came to an end. So still a 5-on-4 now for almost the remainder of the game. 47 seconds on the penalty, 57.7 in the game. And now it looks like they're just going to release Ferrante. So he'll head to the bench. And they will just skate 5 aside for the rest of the hockey game. Final 57.7. A 5-1 lead for Jordan Luskoff and his Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. Syosset clears the zone here. Right ahead, sent right back in by Legalia. Syosset going to drop their first game of the season. Will look to get back in the win column next time out. That one stopped and held by Suma. Syosset's next game on the 20th, 7:45 p.m. against Valley Stream. 33.4 to go. Final half minutes. That shot misses wide from Legalia. That pass swung back around the boards. Gagliano gets to it first. Looks up. And we'll just chip it high up near the Jumbotron. Glove down and play the head. And now taken by Werfel in the final 10 seconds. He'll curl back. It won't quite be a shutout for Joseph Braglia, but only 1 goal allowed in a 5-1 victory tonight for the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs to remain undefeated, go to 4-0 on the year, and the Syosset Jericho Braves, their first loss of the season. And a big win tonight for the Bulldogs. Jordan Luskoff leads the way with 2 goals, his second and third on the season. And Joseph Braglia just missed a shutout tonight, but a dominant start between the pipes. Nick Summer played well as well down the other end. But in the end, it's the Bulldogs who get the victory and will look to keep things rolling in their next game. And that'll conclude tonight's coverage of the NYIHSHL action here from the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. For everyone here at LISN, I'm Brady Campbell. The final score in tonight's second game, the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs 5 and the Syosset Jericho Braves 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to the LI Sports Network.